Okay, we should be live. Hello, everybody who is joining us, going to be joining us, or watching the VOD. I am still sitting. I've got to add the background music. Hit the play. Yeah, that's gonna get going. All right. We got a first and a second. Rastalin and Gloria Zotes, or Zote, thank you for joining us on Rumble. Rumble is really making me question their numbers, because before the stream started and I was setting things up, it said almost 800 people would have clicked on this thing. Almost 800. That is a lot. He's got that. I'm sweating my ass off here. Actually, yeah, I do, because I was outside earlier in the 105 to 190 degree weather. Dual chat, yes, dual chat. Actually, let me double check, make sure the chat is actually. Let's do that. This is happening all kind of last minute. There it is. Okay. Oh, just letting people slowly but surely trickle on in. Let me know if you're around. For the past several days now, the viewer count has been broken, so it's just always at 0, even though I'm talking to multiple people like I am now. But it is what it is. Still want to let people slowly trickle on in, and we can begin the funnel conversations about anime conventions. I am an old man, and I have been to my fair share of anime. Yeah, I'm gonna take a screenshot of this to showcase the bullshit to this. 788 people. I'm having a bit of a hard time believing that number. 788 people, 1 like on Rumble. Rumble, I want you guys to succeed. I'm rooting for you over YouTube 100%. But whatever you're doing to manipulate the numbers, I don't like it. That's something we might talk about next week or in 2 weeks. Authenticity, which is kind of starting to grind my gears a little bit with content creators, and do I use that term loosely? Anyway, besides all that, so this weekend, Anime Matsuri, around 50,000 people, give or take. And of course, let's look at the stupid light shining in my face. Rumble has been a bit busted with live counts. Yeah, just a little bit. Let me tweet this up. 788 views. I highly doubt it. Well, seems to mess with it. View counts a little too obviously. Rooting for you to win, but not like this. And posted. Okay. So we allegedly have 8 watching over on Rumble, 3 over on the YouTubes. Alright. It's been almost 5 minutes, so I've delayed it long enough. We can go ahead and begin the fun conversations. So, I have been going to the good old anime conventions for what was that, 17 years? 2006 was the very first one I went to. Technically, the first one I went to was actually a Comic Con, but it was only there for a day, for a couple of hours, because a friend had an extra pass. So I went, got me a couple of Punisher comics, because that's really the only comic I really like. And even then, it's kind of a specific amount, specific artists and whatnot. But then later on that same year, I went to Anime Central, ASIN as it's called, up north in Chicago. Very big con. Nowadays does around 40,000 people, give or take. Is your shirt in the washer? Actually, it just came out of the washer, but I am saving it for this weekend, so I'm not choosing to wear it. So you guys get to look at my manly chest here. Oh, and my swollen boobs from my last workout. This was also meant for this weekend, but I am... sweating. Did a lot of stuff outside getting ready for Matsuri. It was all the stuff I was going to do tomorrow. Fun little tidbit. The bank which I went to get some money to pay people, they would... You finally washed that damn shirt. I never say I washed it. It was in the washer. I didn't wash it. I just put it in so you guys would stop judging me. But anyway, so $2,100 I went to grab from the bank. They didn't know if they even had that much. And they couldn't give me $100 in singles, which I use for, when people need change. I wish I go to Matsuri. Oh, I wish more people could definitely go. So more people to go and more people to buy it, the better I look. But you will be there with us in spirit, Miss Tracy. So, whatchamacallit? Conventions, 2006, Anime Central. When I went to Anime Central, I actually didn't really even know anime conventions existed. I mean, I'm sure I've seen it in media, like The Simpsons and whatnot, Star Trek conventions, etc. But it's never one of those things that really registered in my mind. I don't even remember how I found out of its existence. But I decided to go, and this was 2006, so anime was not as popular as it is now. And so it was like heaven. Just surrounded by anime stuff everywhere I look. Surrounded by weapons everywhere I look. Because I was still balls deep in martial arts at the time, so the weapons were still something wonderful for me. It's when I got my first usable sword. I got put in the word usable to separate it from the showcase ones. I still have it to this day. Still use it to this day. The very first year I went, for all 3 days, I did not even go to a panel because I did not know that the panels existed. I thought it was just pure shopping. So I got to really experience every single little store that was there. Looked at every single item multiple times. 101s is a lot. I usually do 20-in-1s in other denominations. No, I do 101s. Because other denominations, people give it to me via just paying in cash anyway. And there has been at least 2 years where the $100 was not enough and I had to go grab change from somewhere else. So I tend to keep it to 100. I was going to do 200, but I decided... last year I ended up having over 1,000 in cash, so I really did not need that amount of money. And the way I'm doing prices this year, it's... So every tea is $2 more than you would find it on the website. Think of it as the Matsuri fee, because it's over $1,000 for the booth that I got. A lot of money. But I am running a sale. Buy 4 teas, get the 5th tea of equal or lesser value free. And the way this works out, if you get those 5 teas, it will cost the same as if you got them on the website. Because that's how I did the math. So if somebody wants to get just 1 or 2, I'll give myself a little bit of extra money to help pay for the booth and everything else. If they get 5 teas, it ends up costing the same to, well, both of us. Though I save a little bit of money, because if they buy with a credit card, every credit card purchase is 30 cents plus 2.9%. So I save myself a little bit of money if they decide to get a tea, they like it, they buy more. Yada yada, getting too much into business stuff. Let's focus on the conventions. So yeah, that was the first year I went to Anime Central, 2006. In 2007, I went with a friend of mine. And he had the same reaction of just, this place is amazing. And that year I managed to find out that things like panels existed. To what I saw, one of my favorites performers, I can call him, Samurai Dan, who is very internet illiterate. Let me see if I even have Samurai Dan. He's got his own website. Fantastic. You know what? He has a Discord? Hold on a second. Hold on a second. I refuse to believe this. Unable to accept invite. What? Who's joining us? Will they be able to purchase Dragon's Wing exclusive teas at the con? There is some. Let me think. We do have members only teas there. It's a total of 60 teas. I know Combo Breaker, which is members exclusive, will definitely be there. Speedwagon tea, no. Thank you tea, no. But I have several other members only teas at the moment. Let me go ahead and turn off Discord audio. But yeah, I want to show off Mr. Samurai Dan. Is he still... Oh, this is driving me insane. He's got a little button for the Discord, but I can't get to it. Link below, join the Discord community. Maybe this one? This just takes me to discord.com. Guys, you're killing me. You're killing me. Alright, hold on. Let me just go ahead and share this page so you guys are not confused of what I'm doing. Alright, share, screen, Samurai Dan. Come on, share, do it. I have way too many tabs. Way too many tabs. There we go. So this is the guy, Samurai Dan. Way too many tabs. There we go. Teacher, performer, author. Let's go to the about. Daniel Colgan, frequently accompanied by his wife Jillian, is a full-time martial arts instructor, specializing in the 16th century samurai arts. So to give you an idea of what makes this guy so good, way back then, I was extremely serious about my martial arts training. And I did not like any type of jokes that were being played in it. I was that level of just serious man. You guys can't see my face, so that doesn't matter. Go back here. Show me back on stream. There we go. Serious man. And so, when I went to this, I was expecting to hate it, because one of the things he said in his description is he mixes martial arts with comedy. And he has a lot of jokes and whatnot, so I figured it was just another one of those people that looked up a Wikipedia page and decided he knows what he's doing. Which exists more than you think at the panels at anime conventions. There's been multiple panels I've gone to on subjects I am very knowledgeable on, and I can tell the people doing the panels must have looked it up like just before the panel began and just vomited out basic bitch talking points. But Samurai Dan was not one of them. Instead, he actually showed that he knew what he was talking about. Told me things I didn't even know. And you can tell in the way he did it when he spoke. Ooh, what is... Hold on. Samurai Dan shows a new blend of history, combative skill, humor designed to both educate and entertain the audience. Together, he and Jillian collaborate to write, direct, host, and star in a 12-episode TV series called The Way of the Samurai. Can I... Well, if I just look for this, I'm not gonna... 1 second, chat. I'm finding this out on the fly. Wait, Samurai... And see if that comes up. It's on YouTube. I'll subscribe. Oh, it began 9 days ago. That's at least the first episode. Oh, this is probably not making for good TV. I don't care. Anime Midwest, raw video. Interesting. Okay. Sorry. I gotta find more stuff about it. Sorry. Alright. But he's one of the best entertainers that has been out there. I have gone to many of his things back when I was up in Illinois. He's also an author, having published several articles, martial arts, and a full-length novel. Invasion of the Undead, the first book of a series, The Deathstalk Chronicles. Contact. God, this is... Hey, Samurai Dan, accept invite. Unable to accept invite. Oh, this is driving me insane. Why, Samurai Dan? Why? I wonder if they linked it onto Facebook. The last post was in 2022. So excited. Any links? Come on. Come on. Give me something. Invite probably expired? Yeah, most likely. Yeah, oh, that is awful. You know what I can do? Hold on a second. They also have samurai dogs. So let me go ahead and share this page. Share, screen. Gotta go to Facebook. I know. Yep. There we go. Look at these little guys. This was in 2017, so they're bigger now, but... Is there any way I can make this go away? Of course not. Look at him. Look at him. Wonderful pup. Alright. Let's go ahead and close that. I gotta do something with these tabs. Way too many tabs. Way too many tabs. Way too many tabs. I can't... There we go. I couldn't even find what this was. But those guys are my personal favorite performers. They do multiple shows, everything they go to. So if you ever go to a convention and you see Samurai Dan as one of the panelists, I highly recommend that you go. You will be entertained and educated. But yeah. This was back in the before times when anime was not as popular and people were not as focused on popularity. And so because of that, there was more focus on that wonderful word that I love to use and a lot of people claim they enjoy, but I'm going to rant about this at a different Teacast. They were filled with quality. People actually wanted them to be good. Now, granted, there was still a lot of things wrong because there was still way too many people who wanted to say they're taking part in something, but didn't actually want to do the work. And so you would get horrible events like 3, 4, 5-hour waits in line to get your badge, things always crashing, chaos and madness, bad coordination. That's why you always buy in line and have them sent to you. It was an interesting time, that's for sure. And over time, the quality of the cons they've declined. I think a lot of people have kind of felt that. Unless I'm alone, feel free to disagree with me if you wish. You'd be wrong, but you can disagree. 15 watching on Rumble, but only 1 like, and that 1 like was me. So go ahead, hit that like button. Get a boost in the algorithm. Help me out. I've been to conventions all over the states, and I've been able to compare, well, how different people do different things. There's a feel, there's a flow to the way conventions work that I have seen, in which I feel at this point, if I had the money / the time, being able to run a convention myself is possible. Not purely by myself, of course. Be hiring help. But what I mean is, I kind of get it. And what helped me with that especially is not an anime convention, but a tea convention, the Chicago International Tea Fest, which I was on the board of directors from. Which I'm going to keep using that title, but it was kind of an empty title. But still, board of directors official for the International Tea Festival. Isn't that amazing, everybody? That's how awesome I am. And that's why you should not hold titles to matter that much. But because of that, and getting to work with the person who was actually running and organizing it, So cats doing cat things. I was able to get even more of a look behind the scenes. When anime fans wished for that hobby to become widely accepted, that was a real monkey paw moment. Now it's gone corporate and soulless. Yes. Yes, it has. Corporate, soulless, and, worst of all, woke, as the kids say. I mean, if I'm going to do a convention, it's not going to be that for sure. I'll still look for it to be profitable. But again, I speak about it all the time. My ego on things like quality and being told how awesome I am and things that I do. That's what I want to go for. Making a lot of money, but then being told everything I do is shit, I do not want to have that life. Millions and billions of dollars will mean nothing to me. If everyone thinks everything I've done to get those monies is shit. Simultaneously, I do not wish to be a starving artist. I hate that trope. I do not want to take part in it. In the battle between quality, authenticity, and commercialization is a constant ongoing one that I feel like I only lose in every single time I participate. But that's just me. It's kind of, we talked about this, I don't know if it was last week or 2 weeks ago. The gatekeeping live stream. You know, the one that went on for over 5 hours. There's a lot of people who seem to kind of blend in with the anime community, but we simply don't really want them there, but we have to be inclusive because other people don't want us. And it makes like this kind of awkward relationship. But it is what it is. So working at anime conventions, I've been doing that since 2016. The very first convention that I began working at was down here in Houston, actually. The Houston Tea Festival. I did it 6 months after the business opened. And it was the very first time I got to see for myself, and the people who doubted me, some of you might be in chat right now, got to see for themselves, that the plan for an anime-themed tea business was going to work. And again, it's like the crux of my entire issue with things like advertisements and whatnot. If I can get my product in front of people, it'll sell. I don't really have to even worry about that. The problem is when you're behind the screen, kind of hard for them to smell your tea or see it or anything of the sort. They have not invented smell-o-vision yet. I forgot to turn my phone off. Oh well. Working at anime conventions have been interesting because you get to see things from the other side when you're working behind the booth. And it's something I never really noticed until I began working. The anime convention goers view you a lot like an NPC. They will talk about anything in front of you. And there will be no shame whatsoever. And some of them might even be a little bit rude, let's say. Especially the footies. I don't know why. Like, taking all the jokes about, you know, what footies do in the bedroom aside, just interacting with footies has been bad. More often than not. No, that's disingenuous. Most of the bad experiences have come from the footy tropes. That's a more accurate way to put it. You know, somebody comes up dressed up as a fucking squirrel, whatever. Just look at you. Oh, tea is disgusting. And just kind of like walk off. It's like, cool. Your mom doesn't love you. But aside from them, it's been a fantastic experience going to conventions and just seeing people's faces light up when they realize what I am. Like, what is this? It's tea! Oh, it's that thing which I know Japanese people love and I want to love, but I don't want to touch the lip and stuff. This is actual tea. And it's anime themed. Fantastic. And it does work. And it's been working. That's why this business has been staying open. With Matsuri coming up, it's like 50,000 people. And my goal for these conventions, so I have two basic standards for conventions to know that they went well. Gloria Zote. I deny any connections to those kind of people. Gloria Zote is a foodie himself, and he disassociates from those kinds of foodies, so he is accepted. My mind broke. What was I talking about? Not the foodies. Oh, yes. So for teen conventions, my rule of thumb is I want to make at least $1 for every attendee. So if there's been, let's say, 2,000 people who went to a teen convention, I want to make at least $2,000. And it's less than that for anime conventions. If it's smaller, no, even when it's not smaller, basically around 10 cents per person. So if there's 1,000 people, no, that's not accurate. Crap, what was my system for that? I had two systems depending on the size. If it was smaller, I expect to make more per person. If it was bigger, smaller per person. I forget the ratio. But basically, my goal is for a 50,000 person con, which what Anime Matsuri is, I want to make around $5,000. That is my goal. That's gross. It does not count $1,000 for the booth. It does not count the restocking. It does not count any of the credit card fees, anything of the sort. So the number is nowhere near as impressive as it sounds. Really, for the time spent getting ready for the con and everything, and the money that gets out of it, it's more of a promotional thing. And I have found many good repeating customers from conventions. Reason I do it. One of the sad things is I have not been to a convention just as an attendee since like 2018 was the last one. And 2018 was what was it? Anime Midwest. That was the last convention which I just went to just as a regular person. I admit I kind of miss it. I kind of miss just being able to just wander what I want, go look at some panels, as opposed to work. But it's to be expected. You know, I loved the conventions growing up, so now I get to take part in the conventions and make them good for the other people growing up with them. That's what it means to get old. How about you guys over in chat? Anyone has any fun little stories about things they have seen or experienced at conventions? Type away while I try and remember. Because I've had several. It's just a matter of which ones can I remember when I put myself on the spot. I've been spending all day today and yesterday just getting ready for Anime Matsuri, so I've not had much time to jot things down like I usually try and do. I've had the occasional person try and pick me up at a convention. Not physically, you guys should know what I mean. Yet you happen with a woman. So, you know, ladies, I look forward to denying you as well, but at least give me a chance to deny. Getting to hear people fighting before things open. Last year at Anime Matsuri, some convention, some people setting up a booth, they were ready to go to blows. I don't know why or what happened or anything of the sort. But I was close enough to hear and see them. One of them was screaming, you know, let's go, time to go, put up your fists, or not that literally, but you know, signifying, okay, that's it, it's time to fight. Luckily, the third person there was able to make it not happen, but it was amusing to watch because they were not subtle about it. They were unhappy. Because overall, 99% of the interactions I have with people are, hey, it's my cat getting up from his little nap. 99% of interactions at anime conventions are positive, or at least neutral. People come by, I don't like tea, sure thing, farewell. Or the most popular, I don't have the money for it. Very much understandable. Then there's always that, like, there were 1% that always give the best stories. So if I start to go towards the negative, that it's not the actual experience of an anime convention. There's just a very, very tiny fringe minority that make up the fun stories. No, what's the word? Not hecklers. The people who try and bargain with you to lower the price. What were those people called? If anyone can remind me. Haggle. People trying to haggle. So not heckle, haggle. The hagglers who see something is up for $25, like the come on, Rain. The teapots, the dragon teapots. They see it for $25, and they say, "Can I have it for 20?" And I gotta tell them no, because at that point, like, the profit margin is already kind of thin. If you want to get this for 20, it's not really worth it. If you do it with a credit card, I don't even know if I make a profit. And they tend to kind of look at you with some kind of mild disgust. It's never like, okay, I understand. It's always, really? You want to take $5 off? Filth. Not the most fun experience. Then, of course, we've got the classic people like, what are you, a dirty capitalist? I'm not dirty. I showered. I'm clean. Look at how clean I am. Minus the shaving. Shaving won't be until Thursday. But I am indeed a dirty capitalist. Not a filthy capitalist, just dirty. Hey, T-Man, the guy who asked you for free samples of your tea is a lefty. Do you know who that was? By any chance? Like, did they talk about it or something? For those who are unaware, I posted about this on the good old Twitter. Somebody messaged us on the website asking for free tea. And they were really, really rude, let's just say. Using some not so nice language and saying that my product must be shit because I will not give them free samples of the tea. I wonder if... Hold on, let me see if I can pull up. Let's go here. Alright. So, starting from here. I'm not going to pull it up because I don't want to pull up my Discord on screen. Alright, 1 second. I gotta ban somebody. Go here. There. Alright. Mute user forever. People just come to people going live and posting their own links. Like, what a cunt. Like, fuck you, George. Just fuck you. My god. Anyway. Put a sign up saying regular price 35 and they will think 25 is a good deal for teapots. Well, I'm already going to be doing a sale. The buy 4 get 5th free for tea. So they can just go with that. No, but I can tell he's a lefty because he demands free samples. He used not so friendly language and behaved immaturely. That he did. Though he did say that he recognized me from Rokeda. So that is... Usually lefties don't say that. So here, let me read the messages. Mostly the immature here, so you can mostly see maturity for left swingers. I have seen more than enough immaturity from the right as well, so I don't know if he is. I would love to find out who this guy is, though. So, after a little bit of a conversation, he says, "Is there any way I can get some free samples of the tea? I keep hearing about it. Want to try some myself?" My reply: "Apologies, but we do not offer free samples. We do, however, offer a wide variety of sample packs for people to try." And I link him to the sample packs. He says, "Yeah, I saw those already, but I don't know if I'll like the tea. And I don't want to pay money and not like it, you know?" Yeah, I know, it's pretty basic. My reply: "That's understandable, but unfortunately, we don't really have a way to properly distribute free samples to people. Fun little fact, I actually wanted to have a system where I can offer a free sample to people, but I couldn't find a way to make it work. So I just gave up on the idea." Right, continuing on with the message. Free samples to people. Folks can come on with different accounts and keep ordering, etc. Some of the issues that we could have had. When we open up a physical store, however, we do plan on offering free samples on all our tea. And at tea conventions, we offer free samples there too. He replies, "But nothing to a potential new customer?" Sorry, but like I said, there's no feasible way to do it online. Or maybe you're just incompetent? How do people know this isn't a scam? And that's when the alarm bells went off and I posted it on the Discord. I replied, "We're celebrating our 8th year in business this month being August, and it's thanks to our repeat business, and I have one of the highest repeat business scores in my industry, by the way, just saying, you know, and it's thanks to our repeat business that we've been able to keep running this month. Kind of worded it wrong, awkwardly, but whatever. I assure you, good sir, we can't really scam people with a product like this. It's tea." He replies, quote, "You're selling fucking leaves at these prices, but you can't afford to even offer a free sample?" At this point, I start to get a little bit more annoyed, but I try and keep it relatively professional. "It's more than just a leaf, and many of these teas are handcrafted by myself personally. It takes quite a bit of knowledge to be able to come up with some of these new flavors. We keep our prices at around regular market rates, and do offer a variety of discounts as well. Yes, in terms of market rates, we're the upper middle echelon. We're not the high echelon, but we're upper middle in terms of our prices." So he replies, "Is this the T-Man?" "Yes, it is. I've looked at your YouTube channel. You look and sound pretty retarded." I can't disagree with that one, but I can't disagree with his next point. "Frankly, your take on Naruto was shit." Alright, in conversation. So I didn't reply to that one. And he comes back about, what is this, 5, 6, 7 minutes later. "I've seen you in Bricade's streams. Surely you've grifted off him enough to offer some free samples?" "Sorry, but the statements made before stand. Statements made before still stand. We just can't do free samples over the internet." "Wow. Your tea is probably shit anyway. Go fuck yourself. I'm not gonna give money to some cheap-ass company." And that was the end of the conversation. So, I do occasionally get a customer like that, but it's been a while. Alright. What we got? Wouldn't it technically be saving money because we wouldn't have to pay shipping? Well, that's another thing. Paying the shipping. So, true T-Man. Okay, probably the dude who demanded for free samples could be a Bricada hate watcher. That is also possible. But still, I'm leaning more to him being a left-winger. At this point, I don't really care. I want to slap him. But that's That's just me and my tendencies to do things in a bit of a different way. If he gets mad at the price of plant parts, somebody should tell him about saffron. But yeah. So we had that experience. Hopefully I won't be getting any of that over at Matsuri. One of the issues, the more famous and popular you get, and while this is still nowadays pretty minuscule, I'm at 11,000 subscribers, crossed that mark last night. So woo, 11,000, celebration, yay. But it's still pretty small for today's YouTube. I mean, 10, 15 years ago, that would have been awesome. That would have been amazing. 11,000 subs, you crossed over 10,000? Oh man, you're somebody. Oh, you probably get all the bitches. But now, not even one bitch. Not even one. Not even a handshake. Fuck these hoes. Anyway, I can't keep those jokes up. Yeah, one of the things I got to worry about is the more famous, quote unquote, and popular you get, when you go to these live things, the more people who just want to hate on you exist. Yeah, tea costs an average of what? $100 per kilo? Saffron around 3,000. Saffron is... Wait, do I have... One second. No, I don't sell saffron. What do I sell? I sell something that looks similar. One second. Safflower. I sell safflower, not saffron. Saffron. This is safflower. Let me make sure they're not the same thing. So saffron flowers are purple, recognizable red stigmas, while the safflower, yellow petals, and thickly branched. Okay, so they are different. But safflower is also expensive. How much is saffron? Saffron price. 1 gram of saffron is at least $10 for 1 gram. 1 gram. Oh man. So $10 times 20 grams, that's going to be $2,000. So I'm going to have to, what do I have to charge for that? 3,000, I guess? That's a bit much. Why is it so expensive? That's what I want to know. Ancient spices with the price tag. Is it? Saffron referred to as red gold for good reason. World's most expensive spice. Damn. With a subtly sweet, hutch pinned down flavor. Subtly sweet and hutch pinned down, that's it. Natural food dye, key to unlocking the brilliant golden color of classic dishes, such as things I'm not even going to try and pronounce. Like, forget it. Not even going to try. Alright, what exactly is saffron? Why is it so expensive? First discovered in Bronze Age Greece. Cultivated for thousands of years for use as a spice, dye, and medicine. Okay, blah blah blah. Each flower only produces a few of the priced stigmas. Okay. Native to Southwest Asia. Okay. Today, Iran is the world's leading producer of saffron. But the spice also cultivated in Afghanistan, Greece, Morocco, and India. Why is it so expensive? Finally, to put it plainly, it's incredibly labor-intensive crop to harvest. Each saffron flower only produces 3 threads, so it can take thousands of flowers to get just 1 ounce of saffron. Wow. The whisper-thin threads are also incredibly delicate, so they must be carefully harvested by hand, and only very early in the morning to avoid risking damage from the sun. When you get these sticks or threads out of the flower itself, it's all laborious, says Mohammed Salehi, owner of Headway Spice, a Chicago-based company. that produces hand-harvested saffron from a cooperative family of members, Afghanistan, and blah blah. You have to get up very early in the morning before sunrise to collect them. By 7 a.m., the saffron should be at your processing facility. Whew. Otherwise, the sun will ruin it. You have to pick the flowers with one hand and then use your fingers on the other hand to pick each thread out of the flower. And then you have to leave the threads in the sun to dry. There's no machine, it's hand harvested. Let's say one person works full-time in a day. Chances are he is not going to be able to get more than 1 gram of saffron. Man! That would definitely explain it. At least $10 for 1 gram. Jesus. Authentic saffron has a beautiful floral, honeyed aroma. Because of an additive, fake saffron can produce a metallic or tobacco-like smell. Maybe that's what I should get into. Selling saffron. It's a thing that makes palella or whatever yellow. Let's go back to the regular threads. Okay. So enough about flowers, anime conventions. Let's see, what other stories do I have about anime conventions? This one's not so much of a story, but if you go to a convention that has any type of setup for AMVs, anime music videos, which were quite popular back in the day, if you go to any of those, you will most likely find some amazingly edited AMVs. So nowadays, not as much. They're still beautifully edited, but in a way that doesn't really tell a good story. Like, the edits for the sake of edits, as opposed to edits with a purpose. What else did you talk about? The convention smell. We all know about the convention smell. It's bad. At least you guys can go outside every now and then. I gotta just stay indoors. Though, since I am surrounded by my tea, it's not as bad. The tea kind of cancels it out. In fact, thank you for the con smell. Since everything smells so bad, it makes my tea smell all the more better. Probably get more sales that way too. We're also going to have samples of my coffee, both whole bean and ground, and the beta flavor of the flavor tea. It's still in beta because I have not had enough feedback. So I can't tell if it's as good as it could be. I just don't know. Otherwise, thinking. It's one of those things where I've had more time to think about it and write stories down. I could have had more, but alas, I don't. Nothing quite like the smell of a house fire to do away with the smell of sweat. And some of those smells, sweats, sort of be preferable. Oh, oops. Pause that before it plays. Accidentally misclick on something. Alright. So I don't want to believe it. Oop, hold up. Can I just run a tab and drink tea and coffee at your booth all con? Unfortunately, I do not have a setup for something like that. I don't know if I need any type of special permits. I'm pretty sure if I keep samples under 2 ounces, then I don't need a permit. But I also need electricity. I don't have access to electricity. And I just don't really want to deal with that mess. Next year, I'm going to try and look into it. So one of the things I want to do next year is I want to get 2 booth spaces, not just 1. Because I'm getting big to the point where, like, even last year, I could barely contain myself in just 1 booth. This year, I don't know how I'm going to do it. I'm going to try my best. But I have more items to put up for display. I'm going to see if I can get creative somehow. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to take some pictures when I'm done setting up, put put them up on Twitter and Discord and whatnot. Even Instagram, finally. I know I have that Instagram, I just never use it. I got a new bandlet and it actually lists my name, so it'll be easier to find me. And yeah, I'm planning for the setup to take around 4 hours, but that's 4 hours with me taking my sweet time, knowing I don't have to rush. And if I really want to do it, I could get it done within an hour and a half. I've even done within 1 hour in the past, but I don't want to do that again because I'm basically sprinting for an hour. It's not fun. Go grid wall and go vertical, or get grid wall and go vertical. I can only go so vertical. People gotta be able to reach and see the T's. Whew. But yeah. So for people might think I'm not gonna be working my ass off Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I've been working my ass off Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday setup, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then when all that is done, I don't get to rest Monday because Monday I gotta take care of everybody else's orders. The non-convention goers orders. I actually began some of that today so I can get myself a head start. So that'll be Monday and Tuesday. And then hopefully Wednesday, I hope, I pray, I beg, I'll be able to just rest for the day. I don't know. We'll see. Might be one of those cases where I don't do good and I have to make up for all the bad stuff. But the past 2 Matsuris have been treating me quite well, so no real complaints there. And so yeah, look for me in my Dragon Ball Z shirt. I'm gonna be a Konda booth, so pretty easy to find. You can find me on the map. Now, honestly, guys, I am just dying. So I'm gonna cut this a little bit short, just under 1 hour. Leave it as it is. Thank you all who have joined us, and all those who are watching the VOD. And next week, we'll talk about the aftermath. Maybe continue just general convention talk. Alright, so farewell everybody, and I will see you next time.